You ever sit in your car before work and just stare at the building? Like you're physically there, but mentally you're bargaining with the universe. Please don't let my boss be in a mood today. Please don't let Karen from accounting CC the whole company again. Please don't let this be another fake, quick chat that turns into an hour of nonsense. And the worst part, you know you hate it. You know it's draining you. You know you deserve better. But you also know rent is due. Your groceries aren't free. Your insurance doesn't care that your manager is a nightmare. So you go in anyway. Because when you need the next paycheck to survive, your job doesn't just employ you, it owns your emotional life. And that is what I call the paycheck trap. Intro. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about one of the most underrated career hacks in personal finance. And no, it's not networking, productivity apps, or learning how to write a better resume. It's savings. Specifically, a certain kind of savings. I call it walking away money. And if you can build this, it can completely change how you show up at work, how you negotiate, how much disrespect you tolerate, and honestly, how powerful you feel in your own life. Not because money solves every problem, but because money changes your psychology, and psychology changes everything. Section 1. The paycheck trap. Let's start with the reality a lot of people are living in. If you're paycheck to paycheck, you are not just financially stretched, you are psychologically cornered. Because every decision at work gets filtered through one question. What happens if this paycheck disappears? That question follows you everywhere. It shows up when your boss asks you to stay late for the third time this week. It shows up when your coworker dumps their mess on your desk. It shows up when you realize you've been underpaid for a year. It shows up when you want to ask for a raise, but suddenly your mind starts spiraling. What if they say no? What if they think I'm difficult? What if they start looking for someone cheaper? What if I get fired? So instead of speaking up, you stay quiet. Instead of negotiating, you accept. Instead of pushing back, you overperform. Instead of interviewing, you tell yourself, maybe next month. Not because you're weak, not because you lack ambition, not because you don't know your worth, but because survival mode makes brave people play small. And this is the part nobody talks about enough. When you need your employer more than they need you, they can feel it. Maybe not consciously, maybe nobody says it out loud, but people can sense desperation. They can sense fear. They can sense when you have no real option except to keep saying yes. And that puts you in a weak negotiating position before the conversation even starts. Section 2. Introducing walking away money. So what is walking away money? It's the amount of cash that changes your posture. For a lot of people, I think a powerful first threshold is $20,000. Not because it's some magical number, not because everybody's life costs the same, but because for a lot of adults, $20,000 is enough to create real breathing room, enough to cover several months of basic living expenses, enough to survive a job transition, enough to walk away from a bad situation without immediately falling into panic. That's why I call it walking away money. It means, in plain English, if I had to quit tomorrow, I would not be destroyed. That sentence is life-changing, because the moment you know you could walk away, you stop acting like you're trapped. And again, this is not really about the bank account. It's about what the bank account does to your brain. Before savings, every work problem feels like a threat. After savings, work problems start feeling like decisions. That is a completely different emotional reality. Section 3. The behavioral shift. Once you have that cushion, your behavior changes. Not in some loud, reckless movie scene kind of way. Usually it's quieter than that. You finally ask for the raise you should have asked for 6 months ago. And when you ask, you don't do it with that shaky, apologetic energy like, hey, sorry, if now's not a good time.